This video is about the conceptualization of love as a drug, wherein I'm going to be discussing this as a concept, with an important emphasis on the literal comparison of love to a drug, within the understanding that love is a feeling, and a feeling inside of you is an actual measurable chemical release created within and experienced by the human physical body. However, I'm not going to focus on neurophysiology, but rather on the experience of love and its use or abuse as a drug as seen through the behavior of being in love. At the end of this video, I'm going to present you with 2 dares that could change your life. But first, I want to talk about the initial stages of love, the first love one experiences, and how it's similar to the first experience with a drug, say alcohol, weed, cocaine, ecstasy, or any other drug. It's intense. Of course, keeping in mind everyone's experience is different, but as a general rule, it's all about the high, the inner experience that lifts you up and makes you feel special or better than you would normally feel when you're sober. It may also be a terrible thing, a bad trip, a heartbreak, a hangover, and a sobering up. You'd think we'd learn our lesson and never touch the thing again, but generally, we do. Sometimes over and over, until an addiction is formed. Drunken night out after drunken night out, high after high, heartbreak after heartbreak, liberation after liberation. For a while, I was a bartender, and it was interesting because I got to see people go from sober through all the stages until they were drunk. Oftentimes, they're quite different people throughout these stages. Some can start off shy, quiet, and reserved, and then be loud, boisterous, and sociable by the end of the night. I have also noticed throughout the years and within myself that people tend to change around their significant others. The voice can change, your body language, the mood. One interesting perspective on this is when I notice people change when they're with their friends and their boyfriend or girlfriend at the same time. And there's like this change or this awkwardness. It's like you've started playing a role for someone, but then you're a different person with other people. So you're one way with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whatever, and then you're a different person with your friends. So what happens when the 2 worlds collide? Is it embarrassing or uncomfortable for your friends to see what roles you play around your partner? Is that embarrassing to you or uncomfortable? Or for your partner to see who you are with your friends? It reminds me of if someone is drunk or high and they know they really shouldn't be for whatever reason, and then someone like a parent or a roommate walks in and all of a sudden you're busted. You're behaving in ways which are obviously not who you are, but you're participating in them because you like the way it makes you feel, or you're addicted. Either way, all of a sudden you're seeing yourself through their eyes and judging yourself. So all of a sudden you're facing yourself and what you've done unto yourself, and that can be awkward and uncomfortable. So the similarity here is that if you're with your friends and your partner joins in and you start playing this role for your partner, and then you start seeing your behavior through your friend's eyes, which is really just your own self-judgment, then all of a sudden it's awkward because it's not you. If you look at it in self-honesty, you'll see that for whatever reason, you're changing yourself for your partner and not just being yourself. So why would you do that? From this perspective, it looks as though you need to act in a certain way in your relationship to create the love drug. Being in love is like creating a relationship where actions, words, and deeds are used to manipulate each other, to create and generate these good feelings so that you can feel special, confident, and feel better than you feel about yourself when you're alone, without the love drug. I mean, why would we be scared that someone is going to leave us? Isn't it because we're afraid or want to avoid the bad feeling that will possibly or probably ensue? the coming down, like coming off a drug, the new self-awareness that comes with sobriety, wherein you have to face all the shit the drug was covering up, as well as your dependency on the drug or on love. This is a tough pill to swallow, and it explains why people cling to relationships so tightly, or why they compromise themselves, suppress themselves, and completely alter themselves just to stay in the relationship, to not get hurt. Because then you would have to face the fact that you have spent your whole life giving your power away, and now you're dependent on love for someone to always be there for you, to take care of you, to comfort you, and thus to keep you safe and sedated from realizing who and how you've become. There are downs too, of course, within love, but those keep you distracted as well. Endless hours on the phone with your girlfriends retelling your side of the argument, or going out to drink it away, the fighting, fuming, avoiding, vindicating, planning your revenge or your getaway. Anything to avoid taking a breath and really looking inside yourself and asking, why does this person have such an impact on me? What of myself have I given away that I've allowed this person to have this much power and control over me? But the love drug is a cycle of highs and lows, like all drugs. And before you have time for introspection, you're having makeup sex and preparing yourself to do it all over again. Soon you'll be back on top, so happy again together. Because once again, you are using each other to generate the love drug. And now your problems are once again gone. And your internal experience is satisfied because you're getting your fix. So my question is, who would you be without your love? Would you be whole? Would you feel okay if your partner fell for someone else? Remember, all drugs start to lose their effect after a while. Who will you be? How long will it be before you start looking for your next fix? Lastly, it's not about the person you love. It's about the way it makes you feel when you're with that person. It becomes associated with that person because it happens when they're around, but the internal experience is all yours. They may be experiencing reactions within themselves as well, but it is not shared. It is just happening next to each other. It is a personal thing alone within you. So, within that consideration, I will leave with 2 dares. 1, I dare you to listen to all love songs from the perspective of love being a drug. Imagine the person singing is singing about their addiction, about how it makes them feel and what they will do to obtain it or keep it, or about what they will feel like if they lose it. Next time you hear a love song, keep that in mind. And 2, I dare you to read out loud the blogs on love that were written self-honestly about the true nature of love as we know it today. What we call love today, which is not actually love. Try reading them out loud and see if you can relate, or maybe disagree. The links will be placed below in the description box. Thank you.
Consider yourself to the time you know the world, and you know what we got the original, you deserve to be